You better believe it. Shout at Def Jam, we the best. You know what it is. It's 2010, baby. It's the takeover. I'm going in.
Happy New Year to the whole planet. God is the greatest. Real talk. And you know, I mean, if there's anything that somebody can say better than that, I'm all ears. But with that being said, continuous blessings to the whole entire universe.
Big shout out to my man Drake is in the house. Fabulous is in the house. This is all brotherly love. My biggest brother of them all, the boss, Ricky Ross is in the house. Ricky Ross, report to the grass. DJ Khaled, he's the best, he's in the house. Tiana Taylor is in the house. My brother Chris Brown, I'm gonna stick with him through thick and thin. Chris Brown is in the house. You know what I'm saying? Cause something ain't right, so I know Chris Brown is in the house. Big shout out to my son Quincy, my son Christian, my son Justin.
Diddy and 50 Cent have had tension ever since Diddy allegedly tried to take 50 out on what sounded more like a romantic date. According to 50 Cent, Diddy once told him he wanted to take him shopping. 50 immediately understood the deeper implication and firmly turned it down. Meek Mill, however, said yes, and was soon seen out and about with Diddy. Not long after, whispers started swirling that Meek Mill and Diddy were more than just friends. They were spotted arriving at a party together in coordinating outfits, wrapped in a warm, oddly intimate hug that didn't go unnoticed.
He was like, yo, you hot now. Now we gotta hang out now. Like, you know, like hang out. Yeah. He said, I don't know, maybe I'll take you shopping and I get you some flash and you could give me the hood. And I was looking and I was like, let me just move away from him because I'm gonna mess up the way. Certain things they let it go by because it's Puff. He wasn't like in the closet, he was like in the hallway.
All these years, you being the only one calling this out.
No, I look like I've been the crazy guy for a long time.
They said you're a hater. They said you're crazy.
You do this, yeah. And now everybody's complaining. My ass is hurting.
You and Puff haven't liked each other business-wise for a long time.
Oh, that's why it's only business. It was really away from that. I explained why I didn't hang out with him, right? Because it's a little fluffy stuff going on.
It's not your scene.
It's not my style.
Not your scene.
They hug you from the front and the back at the same time. I got uncomfortable with him because the way he was acting to try and get me to hang out with him was like, yo, I'll take you shopping. Like, and I'm like, what you mean? Like, that's something you say to a woman you're attracted to, maybe.
Right.
It's just weird, bro. Like, and now you start to see a lot of the weird stuff that was there. It looks like it all lines up, don't it? It was not in the closet. It was in front of you and you wasn't seeing it because you see the beards. Or you see the girls. So you didn't look at them the way it actually is to a degree. And when I say people respond, how people respond to things matter, like the internet will take to it and just go off with it. Meek responds being the uncomfortability. He goes, yo, nah, I'll spend $100,000 to find out why my name is in this like this. And it's in it only because he's uncomfortable. You don't hear him talking about French. French was right there. Right? Why you get so quiet? You guys make me feel like I'm so scared.
Well, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot.
No, they see this. You see this. They see this.
They see it.
Nah, you see this. They won't act like that. Oh, we got nothing to do with that.
Diddy's behavior toward minors and young, impressionable artists has raised red flags since the late 90s. Within the industry, most people knew what Diddy was allegedly up to, but they chose to stay silent. That's when 50 started building his private archive. Insiders tied to 50's upcoming Netflix documentary on Diddy claim he's been quietly gathering receipts on Diddy for decades. He always believed the truth would come out eventually, and when it did, Diddy's carefully built empire would collapse like a house of cards.
Been working on Diddy Do It.
Right.
You've been saying for years that you feel you knew Diddy's character.
Right.
Yet you said you weren't a part of that lifestyle, you weren't going to the parties. So what makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations, I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else, but I did feel uncomfortable with the way he would present the idea of going to these projects.
To come party with me.
Yeah. And then that swayed me away from it, just that alone.
So you didn't realize
as much stuff was coming. Like, when I seen today, it was allegations of 3 men that said he drugged them, and it's a long time, to be honest with you. Like, when people don't remember being violated for 20 years, it makes me feel a little odd.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. When I was saying things, not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going with where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. So I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally is that those accusations are crazy.
You have something huge coming up, which is a documentary about P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Did he do it, right? I know
He did it.
You've been heavy on social media talking about it.
He did it. And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it actually.
Oh, you've been saying this for a long time now. And then no one was, they're just, why is he saying this? And now it's coming out like crazy.
But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties.
Yeah.
So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated to a degree.
Was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? Obviously, I know what was going on there, but is there a reason you never did?
I'm just not with all that freaky shit. All of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic or normal. You go to the 90s, and Keefe D said he paid him to kill Tupac.
Yeah.
So you get the craziest accusations. You had TMZ created a docuseries. They went to Tubi, but the series is saying the downfall of Diddy.
You're one of the first persons in entertainment to really call out people and kind of have that authority in that, to be able to call people out. I mean, which is pretty amazing. You're kind of, in some ways, draining the swamp of Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't have a support system. I don't have a support system of a peer group of artists that I require to do what I'm doing. I've had to be on my own from the beginning. So I don't necessarily have a responsibility to behave a certain way.
Diddy's downfall has begun, and those closest to him are getting dragged into the fire. Usher has already been named in legal filings linked to assault allegations, and 50 is convinced Jay-Z and Beyoncé are next. Courtroom whispers are escalating, and what once sounded like wild conspiracy theories are now being confirmed under oath. Multiple sources claim that Diddy, Jay-Z, and Beyoncé weren't just powerful collaborators. They were part of something deeper, something secret. A tight, controlling circle that moved like a hidden society, silencing enemies, burying scandals, and reshaping narratives. Some insiders even allege that Jay-Z and Beyoncé's marriage wasn't just love. It was a polished brand, a smoke and mirrors arrangement.
Look, when Jay signed his contract, the big one was with Beyonce. When he signed that contract, the marriage contract, he got trophies. Now those trophies, trophies came rolling in, buddy. He started getting Grammys left and right, man. I mean, look, if you look at his career,
You're gonna let him say that? Jay was getting Grammys.
He had one.
Exactly.
He had one.
And he ain't show up.
He had like 20 now.
Hold on.
He had like 18 since he been down. Look, he had one, bro. Hard Knock Life.
You're not wrong.
He was one. After that, he got them shits. He's like drinking. His pictures with him like things the cup.
Wait a minute. So you're saying the success is derived from the marriage?
I've absolutely been treated differently.
The accolades. Because he's no longer viewed as like a street or gangster rapper. Now he's viewed as a businessman, entrepreneur, family man.
And the biggest ones because of the position Beyonce's.
Oh, wow.
Jay-Z's career, you can look at that and say the association to Beyonce is when he started to receive the 16, 17 Grammys since he's been with Beyonce. Right? And you go, prior to that, one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So that came in association, like you see their kids even have Grammys. Like they don't sing yet. They don't sing. Right. They don't rap yet. And they already have Grammys and shit. So it's like they give them this trophy so we secure that they're coming to the awards.
4 years, there were whispers about the dark underbelly of Hollywood, but no one took them seriously. Now, all the stories once dismissed as conspiracy or delusion are being validated one by one. Diddy's alleged sex slate? Jonathan Audi spilled the details way back in 2018. At the time, no one listened. He told officers that Diddy was trafficking Cassie, offering her to other men, and organizing late-night freakoffs. Most people thought Jonathan was unhinged. But now, Cassie herself has come forward, confirming that Jonathan was, in fact, one of the male escorts Diddy paid to be involved with her behind closed doors.
They're good buddies, okay? They're gay.
Who?
Both. Diddy and Ross. And Khaled. They're all gay, okay?
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and P. Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Khaled is a Hamas supporter. Okay?
Who supporter?
Hamas.
Hamas. Yeah.
Sorry, I said it wrong.
No worries.
Hamas supporter, okay? I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and tell me what to do with Cassie. I had like 15 encounters, and I heard a lot.
Oh, hidden in plain sight.
It's hidden that.
I think I see what you're saying.
Okay, how do I know this?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Kanye West has made headlines for standing strongly behind Diddy. He even showed up to court during Diddy's trial to show support. A leaked call between the two surfaced recently, where Kanye promised Diddy he'd do everything in his power to help him out. 50 Cent didn't hold back. He jumped on Instagram and slammed Kanye for backing a man accused of horrific crimes. And now the question arises, why would Kanye risk his name for Diddy? Sources claim the answer might be self-preservation, because Kanye is allegedly under investigation
A surprise appearance at Sean Diddy Combs' criminal trial on Friday.
Why'd you show up today? You think about testifying?
He expressed support for his fellow rapper as he defends against sex trafficking charges.
Put your hands today, Mr. West. Did you speak?
It's wicked. So you be careful. Yeah. We can't do nothing. It's deep. You know what I'm saying? I need you out there, you feel me?
Yeah. I hear you. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And have some fucking fun. Yeah. Having no fun and then get behind the mic, have some fun, chop up them samples, get back on your LinkedIn vibe, have some fun, get back to smiling. Yeah. These other motherfuckers, they wasting your time, big. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Kanye is supporting Diddy because he's literally scared that he's about to be charged just like Diddy. We're all pretty sure that Kanye is probably the celebrity that Jane talked about having a freak-off in that hotel who the feds didn't want to name on the public record. And this part of not having Kanye named did pique my interest a little bit because we've seen plenty of celebrities' names throughout this trial, whether they were connected to Diddy or not. Like Diddy's former assistant Mia naming that she used to work for Mike Myers. Like Michael B. Jordan's name coming up in Cassie's testimony. Really started to pique my interest. Why wouldn't the feds want to name Kanye? Like, what's the big deal? We've seen other celebrities named throughout this. And then it all just came together for me. I think that Kanye might be facing his own criminal charges really soon, and I think he knows it. And it all begins with a lawsuit filed against Kanye by his former assistant, Lauren Piscata. Because throughout this lawsuit, she is alleging very damning allegations like trafficking, like transportation to engage in prostitution. And mind you, this is exactly how the investigation into Diddy started.
While Kanye stands by Diddy, other celebrities are doing everything they can to distance themselves. One of them, Will Smith. During a stand-up comedy appearance in San Diego, Will Smith broke the tension with a sharp joke. "I haven't been anywhere near those damn Freakoffs," he said, grinning. Then added, "I don't even like baby oil." The crowd laughed, but the subtext was heavy, especially since Will's name has floated in connection with Diddy's scandalous inner circle.
What's true, you know? And I've been seeing y'all memes and stuff. People be making memes. I see the memes. I say, no, some of that stuff is funny. Some of it's funny. But I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all them memes. I can stop all of that. I ain't been nowhere near no damn Freakoff. Listen, I do enough of my own. Don't be putting me in other people's. I ain't been nowhere near that man. I ain't did none of that stupid. So, whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I
don't even like baby oil. But I haven't said that publicly. I just said y'all the first time. I usually don't respond to dumb stuff because it's like people get so many things. People say so much stuff, but that one y'all was.
The reason 50 Cent has been able to come at Diddy with such force is simple. 50 has no skeletons in the closet. He never attended those wild, coded parties. He never showed up in compromising places. Unlike many others in the industry, 50 Cent stayed far from Diddy's infamous social scene. He kept his name clean and his distance intentional. Now we understand why. While others played along or kept quiet, 50 was documenting, observing, and now he's detonating every truth bomb one by one.
Worried that if you throw little and you don't throw out allegations, but like you kind of poke fun at them.
You just ask questions.
You're not worried that it comes back your way? Like people dig up your past and try to pull stuff up?
I don't got that in my past.
Everybody got a little bit. Not that it's real enough.
I took a pill, but it was for me to perform better. For her to remember, buddy. I didn't give her a drink so she forget what the happened. What the fuck is going on here, bro? Yes, I took the drink. I gave me the fucking drug to perform. So she can remember and possibly love me for that.
Did it work?
What the fuck? Yo, bro, look, I'm doing pretty good. Like, I'm pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm just saying, this is the opposite of normal shit that we're talking about, bro.
That is why. I don't know why it's so hard for people
so
just
for
to
people to feel like you would have something or you would have reserved energy because you feel like you was doing it too. This is people that are looking on separation between their hardships or their the things that they got going on that would be issues and what a celebrity's issues would be.
Wait, what is that?
They think all celebrities are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Right, and when you see, if I wasn't saying anything, guess what? You could safely say that a person on the outskirts that is not involved in hip hop culture could think that everybody in hip hop culture is with that. It's kind of interesting. I think that civil suit turned into a look. They looked at it like maybe it's a criminal situation,
right?
A little early, and it could have been the same lobbyists and the same people that use their connections to make that happen for Puff.
Is that kind of why you was going hard on him the last couple years? Is it because of the liquor situation? Because to be honest, since the situation he's in now, it's kind of like you fell back on him. Was this all over the liquor, or you just said?
Well, most of that was motivation. That was competing,
right?
For with brands, and they was ahead of me.
Right.
Because he had been working on Ciroc and stuff like that. And then integrating it into our culture with Coco Loso and different things with different people connected to it. So, yeah, that's what that was. But when you look at, he would do a lot of...
As the trial drags on, more names are beginning to surface, and the fear in Hollywood is real. Everyone who once partied at Diddy's infamous gatherings, thinking they were off camera, is now terrified. They're on the tapes. And the victims? They're taking the stand. That's why two of Diddy's closest celebrity allies have quietly left the country. Ellen DeGeneres and Ashton Kutcher have reportedly started relocating from the US, and here's why. Michael B. Jordan, Kanye West, and several other big names were mentioned during Sean Diddy Combs' trial as jury selection kicked off on May 5th in New York. According to NBC News, potential jurors were shown a massive list of over 100 names, including stars like Michael B. Jordan, Mike Myers, and Kanye West. While none of these celebrities are formally accused of wrongdoing, the court asked jurors whether they knew anyone on the list, and if that knowledge would affect their ability to remain impartial. No reason was given for why these names were included, and attorneys kept quiet. Also on the list were the women who've taken legal action against Combs, including ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura, whose explosive sexual assault lawsuit was mysteriously settled just one day after filing. Donady Kane alum Dawn Richard, who accused Combs of assault in September, was also named. But it's not just the lawsuits. Combs' dark side ran deeper and more violent. According to chilling courtroom testimony, even the male escorts hired for his Freakoff events feared him. One such worker, known only as the Punisher, took the stand last week, and what he revealed left the courtroom in complete silence. He testified to 8 to 12 disturbing encounters involving Cassie Ventura, all while Diddy lurked in the shadows, orchestrating every moment like a sadistic film director. The Punisher said Diddy gave explicit instructions, treating Cassie like a prop in his sick power rituals. He recalled Cassie's quiet sighs of discomfort each time Diddy whispered a degrading command. But rather than stop, Diddy seemed to get off on the control, pushing the boundaries each time, just to test how far he could dominate.
You know, obviously with the veil, there was a very deliberate attempt to hide his identity.
Yeah.
So they never had any interactions or even any outward conversation in my presence. So there was a routine where sometimes we'll be right in the middle of sex and he'll just stand up and walk out of the room. And she would take that cue and she would follow him out. So I did recognize, and you know, I mentioned it in my book, that it became a habit that we're having sex on couches with sheets. We started in towels. I would climax, but she would specifically leave the room without wiping herself, without doing anything to take care of the whatever I left on her. So I assumed that's when he popped up, because once I climbed up, he popped up, he left the room, she popped up, she followed him. So I'm assuming that's when the lathering, whatever went on, happened at that point.
Okay, so at what point did he stop wearing a veil?
It was shortly after. The way that I ended up finding out who he was and they were, because they're obviously in conjunction with each other, about the 5th time we were in a hotel called the Essex House. And when I would arrive for the sessions, I would be waiting around a couple of hours. So in this specific time, they put me into an extra room in the hotel suite. And to kill time, I decided to watch TV. And this specific hotel had a welcome message, which was, so when I cut on the TV, it specifically said, Essex House would like to welcome Mr. Sean Combs.
Oh.
And I was like, whoa, like I was blown away, man.
Right.
Her was treacherous. She knew everything. She knew all about the drugs, the money, the Cassie, D-Rock involvement, and what he used to do. But the thing that was so crazy about it is that she said that Puff used to rip her repeatedly, damn near anytime he wanted to, all the time. Like several times she was ripped by him. It seemed like she had the jury crying. She was ripped by Puff, bruh. Now, what I know that in some states, they do just like they do murder. In New York City, because in the States, you gotta realize the time that you could be charged with rape in most states is from 3 to 30 years. But there are 13 states that do the rape case just like it's murder. That there's no time limit on when you say or you come out and say somebody raped you. You understand what I'm saying? And New York State is one of them. So I was wondering, did she ever get raped in New York? Because if she did by Puff, the state could bring up that charge.
Diddy is now trying to have the entire trial thrown out. In a desperate move, he allegedly planted a juror, someone who had already been bribed, in an attempt to force a mistrial. Juror number 6 has now been exposed. Turns out, he lied about his real identity and background during selection. But this doesn't come as a surprise. Insiders always suspected Diddy would try something like this. He knows the evidence is damning, impossible to hide. But in his mind, if he throws enough money at the right people, he just might buy his way out of a prison sentence.
Diddy Juror 6 gave multiple inconsistent statements. The judge was going over his issues with juror number 6, and although he did not make a final determination, his thoughts on juror number 6 being removed were pretty clear. He stated that in the initial process, juror number 6 said that he lived in the Bronx with his fiance and his daughter. Then he turned around a while later and said that he moved to New Jersey with his girlfriend, and also said that his daughter lived in New Jersey. But then it changed again and said that his daughter lived in the Bronx with his aunt. And he referenced that this was only a couple of the inconsistent statements, that there were more. The judge then stated that he wants this juror off the jury because there is no reason why this man would have to lie, and the only reason he would lie is to be a part of the Diddy trial, which made him worry that this juror might have a malicious intent or an agenda. But then after the judge said that we need to strike this juror off of the jury, Diddy's team started bringing up more arguments about this. Diddy's lawyer said that this juror is important because they need diversity, and he is only one of 4 black men that sit on the jury. He also said that he doesn't believe that these inconsistencies were that big of a deal where this juror would have to be removed. Diddy's team was arguing that this is something that should have been brought up weeks ago, and nobody brought this up, and the government is saying, listen, I didn't even know about this back then. Then Diddy's lawyer said something really weird. They said, just bring this juror in, just question him. I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure he'll be able to explain. But this is what the government wanted the judge to do earlier, and Diddy's lawyer said, no, that would be harassing the juror. Then the judge told everybody to get out of the courtroom